Welcome to the Big Match Minute. I'm Diet Coke.
And I am Lilith.
And this is the show where we take wrestling matches that we find interesting and we break them down minute by minute. We are currently covering the Firefly Funhouse match at WrestleMania 36. And we're on minute 12.
Minute 1, 2. And if I can start off by saying, 1, this is a good minute, but still, fuck 12.
It's true, yeah. We start this minute in a zone of like in a weird alternate reality where the Fiend, well, I guess not the Fiend, but Bray Wyatt and John Cena are buddies and tag team partners.
Yes, they are. What was the name of the tag team again?
Ooh, I couldn't tell you.
They didn't have a name. Well, they didn't have a name, like a team name. But they were, they're studs.
Big John Studd is a real wrestler, so he's Johnny Meat Boy or something.
Johnny Large Meat.
Johnny Large Meat. There it is.
Good Lord. Is that really it?
Yeah, that's good as hell. We talked about it in the last minute.
Yeah. No, for sure.
What was Bray Wyatt? Bray Wyatt had a name, though, too.
No, I don't think he did.
All right.
I mean, John Cena called him Big Daddy and stuff like that.
Oh, that is true. You're right.
Yeah.
And I like that it's a weirdly wholesome thing of the Fiend / Bray Wyatt. That's one of the many tools in his arsenal against an opponent is creating an alternate reality in which you are friends.
Yeah.
It sort of thematically fits the theoretically wholesome element of the Firefly Funhouse, but with something much more sinister going on underneath.
Well, I mean, what is the theme song of the Firefly Funhouse? We're really glad that you're our friend.
That is true.
This is a friendship that will never, ever end.
That's true.
So, first line of the minute. It looks like I think a syllable of John Cena's got eaten by the
I talk about that in my other minute by minute podcast that I do with Andrew Lindy. You lose a syllable in the gap. It's like the crevice in a couch where you lose things. You lose that in between minutes as well.
We lost, I believe, son to this one.
Sure.
Because I believe the line is Sunday night, you're gonna pay for the whole seat, but only use the edge.
That makes sense. I heard day or night, but that could be my brain just covering for the lost syllable.
I mean, day or night. You know what? That also makes sense.
Anyway, you're gonna pay for the whole seat, but you're only gonna use the edge. That's a great catchphrase that has been used in not just wrestling, but in events past.
Yeah. This is just this whole everything John Cena has been saying has been just promotional blender.
Yeah, he's still sort of trapped in the miasma of 80s wrestling catchphrases and taglines and such. You're gonna pay for the whole seat. You're only gonna use the edge. That was a weird thing because it's like it's weirdly like the promoter gloating about having got one over on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to say to your ostensible fans.
I could have sold 3 tickets for your seat because I would have been able to fit 3 people just on the various edges of your chair.
No, but that doesn't work because then they'd be butting into the edges of the other people.
They wouldn't care because the fight would be so good.
True. I think at that point the fire marshal might have something to say about it, though.
Well, he could at least save on chairs. Just have fewer chairs in the auditorium.
I suppose, yeah.
I mean, my God. Bray Wyatt cuts in.
Yeah.
And John, this actually took me a couple times to get the transcription right because Bray and John are kind of yelling at the same time.
It's true, and it works really well in the minute.
Yes,
I must say.
Absolutely.
Bray Wyatt here also, I gotta applaud Bray Wyatt's performance here. It's a sort of it's a rich, hearty blend of like he's almost afraid of how strong, like in character, like it's like 2 layers deep in character, because obviously there's the man whose name is like Wilhelm Rotunda III or whatever,
right?
And he's in character as Bray Wyatt, who is further in character as this 80s throwback, and the 80s throwback, the Bray Wyatt is doing this is it's so hard to talk about a performance within a performance, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, Bray Wyatt is applying to this a rich melange of homoeroticism, fear at how strong he is, and just astonishment. I think all 3 of those, you can hear all 3 of those in his saying, "Oh my God." Does he say pectorals or does he say pecs?
He says, "Look at his pythons."
Pythons. I heard a P, and then I lost the thread. I couldn't distinguish after that.
When Bray Wyatt hits that P syllable, I usually just black out.
He's a real Jonathan Groff. He hits those P's hard.
While he's yelled, "Look at his pythons," John Cena says, "Because the power of the people is flowing through my veins." Again, just like
the most generic, lowest common denominator things he can say.
After those 2 lines, Cena is just pumping.
Yeah.
He speeds up even from what was already a comical speed.
Very fast pace, yeah.
Yeah. And there becomes a point where he's pumping up and down very fast. There's like a shot that's just of his torso. You don't even see his face.
Yeah.
It's just going so fucking fast.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Abby the Witch, and she does the like jaw drop, but it's a puppet.
Much like you in our last minute, she is also shocked at how fast he can pump these weights.
It's true. I am shocked.
And much like
do that.
Bray Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I could do it.
Okay. Liar.
I mean, we don't know how heavy those are.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. That is true. I mean, I did pause it during the last minute. Like, yeah, those are probably not full weight.
I think I could do it with full weights even.
Okay. Well, you're an idiot. When do you want to keep defending yourself?
No, I was just gonna say I think I could do it for half the time that he did, and I think my arms would be jelly like his, but I think I could do it.
All right.
I would destroy myself, but I think I could do it. I think I could.
Just nonsense.
I'm pretty sure I could.
Dumbass. When we come back from that like really close shot on his torso to like the 2-up of John Cena and Bray Wyatt, there's
you call that a 2-up.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, it's a medium shot.
I didn't mean to like. I didn't. You. I might be the wrong one. I just call it a 2-shot. I just thought it was interesting that we call it different things.
There's a look on Bray Wyatt's face in this, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And it is. I think it is a look of him like dropping the facade a little bit. Bray Wyatt's face acting in this minute is really excellent.
There's so much. There's so much depth to it.
Mm-hmm.
This minute is a rich text.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
And it almost seems like there's he's casting a spell on John Cena, which I know we've talked a lot about how it seems like John Cena is under a spell for this whole match.
Yeah.
But even like, while John Cena is doing this, like Bray Wyatt starts mouthing something silently.
It looks to me like he's mouthing, "Oh my God."
Either "Oh my God" or "Let me in."
Ooh, that's the thing he likes to say.
Yes. Yes. And I think either one is definitely possible.
Can I tell you, Lily? I don't mean to discredit you, but I do have the minute on a loop muted just while we talk, and he's definitely saying, "Oh my God, I'm sorry."
I feel like he could definitely be saying, "Let me in."
Okay. I'm just saying a G doesn't look like an I, an O doesn't look like an L,
I don't think okay, whatever. it's still like it's spooky that you can't hear him.
Yeah. It tweeted us if you watch the match again, and if you think he's saying "Oh my God," tweet at us. I believe in my Lord and Savior. If you believe he's saying "Let me in,"
PayPal me
$5. Yeah, PayPal Lily $5. I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm fine with that. I feel like it means I'm going to win this.
Yeah, people are actively disincentivized from siding with you.
But also, no, they're actively disincentivized from siding with you. Yeah. But also, if I do lose this, then my best friend Lilith gets minimum $5, and I'm happy with that.
Right. Exactly. This is a great little grift that we're running here. And so
anyway, well, I think it's I don't know, that brings up questions of how in control is Bray Wyatt right now. Is maybe he's afraid that John Cena is going to free himself from the dreamlike state that he has induced within him.
I don't know if there's any. I didn't. Okay. I mean, I don't see the fear. That's the thing.
I don't think it's fear. It's just I think he's excited at the prospect. I think it's just like I misspoke when I said fear. I think it's just like, oh shit, this guy's friggin' pretty strong. Maybe he'll muscle his way out of this fugue state.
Yeah, and
then I'll get to fight him, and that'll be fun. I think that's what Bray Wyatt's thinking.
Yeah, I think that Bray is toying with him. He's playing with his food. I mean, that is what a lot of
for sure.
This whole match is.
I think. Well, here's what I'm saying. I guess I think him mouthing those words, which I believe are "Oh my God," is him expressing surprise and excitement at Mr. Cena's resilience.
Which, I mean, okay, so John Cena, he displays this resilience, ultimately futilely, because what does he do? He's literally just lifting a weight up and down.
True.
And then he gets to the end of that, and much like you would be, and I would say about a tenth of the time.
I think half the time. I think I go half the time at least.
Yeah, no, you're wrong. You're completely wrong. He looks completely gassed, drops the weights, and John Cena does some, I think, excellent limp arm acting here.
I would agree with that.
I really enjoy. Well, first he like screams, and then he's just like waving his shoulders around and just wet noodles. It's really good.
Yeah, and there's just a look, just like the look of like a scared child on his face. It's very good.
Yeah, and again, like Bray is like, he's smiling, he's laughing.
Yeah, he's like, this fucker ain't gonna break free of the simulation I'm running here.
And then we cut to what I know we call him Vincent Puppet McMahon.
Yeah, Vincent P. McMahon.
But there was a name that came up on the thing. Neither of us are gonna remember it. If I don't fucking remember it, you're not gonna remember it.
Of course
remember
not.
It. No. But he says, "Damn it, keep your hands up."
Classic advice for a boxer.
But John Cena literally can't lift his hands.
He can't do it. He's too weak.
All of his hand lifting juice is just gone.
Yeah, he met his quota for like the week.
Yeah. We cut back to Bray, and he does the Hulk Hogan thing.
Yeah.
And he says, "What you gonna do, brother, when you realize that egomania has been running wild on you?"
Some of the major themes of the overall piece emerging.
Both in that we're more literally mapping John Cena to Hulk Hogan, but also just that John Cena's ego has been running wild on John Cena and on the rest of the WWE locker room.
Yeah, the WWE universe, as they say.
I think the universe is the fans.
Yeah, I think it's been running on them as well.
Yeah. I guess John
as
Cena...
they say, didn't need to be at the end of my sentence. But
Gotcha.
But the universe as well, rather.
Yeah. I mean, anybody, John Cena's ego spares no man, woman, or child.
It's true. Or just person.
What?
Or non-binary person.
Oh, yeah. Or, and just anybody.
Yeah.
No
one is safe from John Cena's ego.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, except for Bray Wyatt.
Well, but that's the thing, isn't it?
I guess we'll
Bray
see.
Wyatt was victimized by John Cena's ego.
Oh, that's true. And now this is revenge.
And what does his revenge take the form of? Bray Wyatt grabs John Cena by the neck.
Yeah.
Throws him off frame. John Cena stumbles back out in front of the Fist.
Our friend the Fist is back.
Yes, the Fist is back. And what else is back?
And John Cena's professor, was he a professor? Or I mean, I know he had a doctorate. But
the
was
doctor of thugonomics.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I would like to see an accredited university giving out a degree in thugonomics.
I feel like some real bag of shit university has maybe tried to give John Cena like an honorary doctorate in thugonomics.
Yeah, there
like
was
Texas State tried to give him one or something like that.
Or like PragerU is like, we can get the kids to we can bring the kids to the right if we give John Cena an honorary doctorate.
Oh my God. That would be that. I don't even think they could give out honorary doctorates.
No, certainly not.
It's basically just a YouTube channel.
Their degrees are actually like they're all prizes that they found in cereal boxes from like the 90s and stockpiled, and that's why they pretend to be a university now.
So the Doctor of Thugonomics is back. He looks very disoriented.
Yes.
And then his old video package cuts in.
Yeah. This is also, it's one of those things where, again, I keep referring to it as a dreamlike state for John Cena because I don't know about you, but that is me in dreams where I am disoriented and confused because on some level I obviously recognize that it's a bizarre situation in my dream, but you still go with it. And that is, I think, very much what John Cena is doing here.
Yeah. And much like in many of my dreams, there's a giant fist that is chasing me. And I'm wearing a chain with a lock around my neck.
Okay. I wasn't aware we were running that kind of podcast. This is a family show, Lily.
Eat my shorts. And the last words of the minute. Where are they? Diet Coke.
Word life.
Yes. I mean, how fitting that the last words be
is the word
word life. Stupid.
Yeah, if you're dying and you don't incorporate the word into your last words, you're just missing an opportunity. Stupid.
Oh God. Hey, Emily, Diet Coke.
Diet Coke, thank you. Yes.
If let's say that I am on a podcast.
Okay.
And I want to advertise for my related services and or pieces of media at the end of that podcast. What kind of do you have any like things that I could use for that? This was bad.
I guess you could just like say it, I guess. Words. We're just talking about words. You could use words.
Diet Coke, do you have any plugs?
I'm all over the place. You can follow me on Twitter at VeryCoolEmily. You can check out my Twitch channel. Just go to dietcoke.cool or twitch.tv/dietcoke666, I guess. You can also check out some other podcasts I do. One of them is called the Official Dunstan Checks In podcast. That's where I do this, essentially, but for the 1996 ape film Dunstan Checks In. I also do a podcast about Godzilla called Go Go Godzilla. Those are both on the Benview Network, which you can go to benviewnetwork.com to find those. That's it for me. Diet Coke.
Hey, you can find me at twitter.com/deathcarpets and you can look up the podcast Your Spuncher Core. It's good. You'll enjoy.
It's a good podcast. I can confirm. Editing sucks, but it's a good podcast. I do the editing. That's why it's a joke.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good joke. It's a good joke. Diet Coke. I don't know why I said it weird like that. I'm in a weird mood today.
Everybody's in a weird mood every day these days.
Yeah, these days. Listen, hey.
Real weird mood hours. You know what I mean?
This is a quarantine podcast. Like,
yeah, I mean, truly.
Yeah. But, you know, I feel like even though it was, you know, thrown together kind of as a way to keep us busy during quarantine, I feel like we did come up with some kind of like routine that we would do at the end of every show. Do you remember what that is?
Oh, we didn't. We didn't do that.